Hey, how do I get two cats, one new, one old, to stop trying to kill each other every day and just live in peace?
Well, it's not always simple. Sometimes, when you introduce a new cat into a household, especially one from a completely different environment, the local alpha might take offense. No idea why. It's like instant beef. When Rascal first showed up, Gary had already filled out. He was a full-grown neighborhood Tom with all the street attitude you could ask for. I thought maybe, just maybe, he'd be mature about it. You know, big cat don't sweat small cat. Yeah, no. Turns out cats have zero sense of ethics. At least mine don't. Especially Gary, absolute menace. The day Rascal arrived, Gary put on this wild hillbilly alley cat persona I had never seen before. Treated Rascal like some spoiled rich kid from California who came to our house begging for food and comfort. First interaction? Gary hissed like a dragon and threw a right hook so vicious, Rascal was dazed like he just got tossed around in a washing machine. Kid couldn't even walk straight. Things got weirder. Before Rascal, Gary had zero social awareness. Did whatever he wanted, ignored me half the time. But once the new guy showed up, Gary developed this weird elder statesman vibe, like he'd been chosen by the ancestors to maintain the balance of power in the apartment. Suddenly, he's staking out territory. And I don't mean casually. Before, Gary preferred high places, the fridge, cabinets. But ever since Rascal arrived, Gary had to sleep on the bed. My bed. Like it was a throne. And meal times? He demanded to eat first. Didn't matter if he liked the food. First bite had to be his. Water. Same thing. Didn't even drink it, just wanted to claim it. Cat litter? Oh man, anytime I cleaned it like clockwork, Gary would strut in and unload the biggest dump of the day. I swear it was like he kept a preloaded backup poop just for this moment. And then the attention thing. Suddenly he's glued to me. Especially when I'm holding Rascal. He'll sit nearby glaring. And when the lights go out and I try to sleep, Gary turns into a tyrant. If I don't keep my eyes open, I wake up to cat hair scattered like a murder scene. Rascal once got beat so bad his eyes were two different sizes. It was insane. So I started analyzing the situation. And you know what I realized? Cats actually care about seniority. No joke. My buddy has 3 cats, and they don't fight because the one who got there first has ultimate authority. That cat gets the closest spot to the human, has final say over food, and doesn't even have to get physical. The other 2 just follow the rules. One time, the youngest tried to start trouble, and the middle cat laid the smackdown while the eldest just watched like a mafia boss. So realizing this, I thought, wait, if someone has to be the boss in this house, why can't it be me? So I became the alpha cat. First, I protected Rascal when he was still small. Gave him space to grow without getting decked by Gary. Then once they were evenly matched, I laid down rules. Rule number 1, don't wake me up. Any cat that disturbs my sleep gets a full-on disciplinary session. And I don't mean a light scolding. I go full drill sergeant from Forrest Gump. Face to face. Close range. Eye contact. Voice raised like I'm trying to summon lightning. Why? Because I noticed something. Animals are afraid of loud noises. That's probably why ancient hunters used yelling as a tactic. Gary? He doesn't mind getting smacked. He'll just run. But yelling? Whole different story. His ears fold back, eyes shut tight like he's trying to disappear. And when he does that, I pry them open. He hates that. Eventually, he started developing habits. When he knows he's in trouble, he tilts his head away and avoids eye contact like a guilty toddler. But punishment isn't enough. I had to teach them that violence isn't cool. So when I catch them fighting, I grab both, hold their faces mouth to mouth like an awkward prom photo, and make them reflect on their sins. Close range, awkward silence, lots of shame. The longer the fight, the longer the punishment. One time, Rascal had diarrhea, and poor guy ended up licking his own, but Gary, being the jerk he is, tried to start a fight. So I grabbed them both and held them nose to nose. After that, Gary avoided Rascal like he had the plague. And it worked. They still fight, but never in front of me. Now they're super sneaky. If they've got beef, they wait until I'm asleep and sneak out to the living room for a silent duel. Like actual ninjas. Not a single meow. How did I find out? One night, I pulled an all-nighter editing a video, and when my teammate came to take over, they told me, hey, the cats were brawling earlier. I was shocked. I hadn't seen them fight in weeks. But then I realized, if they've been staring at each other across the room in silence for hours, something's brewing. So I started doing, let's call it disruption therapy. You see, when I was a kid, I loved video games. But if someone forced me to play, Hated it. Like, suddenly all joy gone. So I thought, what if I make fighting feel forced? Sometimes I'd pick up one cat's paw and gently boot the other with it. Or I'd grab Rascal and pretend to use his foot as a cat slap weapon. Sometimes I'd even toss Gary gently onto a sleeping Rascal, like a furry missile. Eventually, they started associating my interference with the worst kind of war, forced, unnatural, cringy war. Now, anytime I pick up one cat and look at the other, they both flee like I'm a mad scientist with a lab coat and a grudge. They've learned something crucial. War is hell. Peace is survival. And the human is always watching.